welcome back to another amazing episode. Yes, we are back here with Game, just here for you in time for all the fun stuff that's going on that we're going to talk about. You know who I am, nice little name there. So pretty. Today we are going to be talking about something that has people arguing all over the world. It's going to be all kinds of fun. We want you to join in. Let us know what you think about this. Comment on this. Let us know what it is that you want. And this is going to be all kinds of fun. Today, we are going to be talking about can they act? This whole bit stems from the fact that there are certain people who think that anybody, depending on how they look, can really pull off an acting job. Don't really know why they think this or think that they can get better and grow into it. Megan Fox. But we're going to sit here and talk about this today. And joining me, we have the mighty GQ dressed to kill today.
Well, I have a license to kill. I'm not going to kill anybody quite yet.
That got revoked after that incident on 696.
No. The 94 pileup was my
fault. We will not talk about that. My lawyer said stay away. And then joining us for Counterpoint today, we have the one and the three, the mighty DRE. How are you today?
I'm doing good. We'll see after this is over how it goes.
We have, it's going to be a brutal bloodbath. Guys, this basically stems from a conversation that you guys have had for what seems like 9.5 years.
Yes.
And it stems from the fact that the question always becomes is, man, this person looks the part, would be perfectly, but can they act?
Which seems like a reasonable question to ask.
Well, see, you can't
in a movie.
You can't put logic into an illogical conversation.
I forgot.
I'm gonna step back here for a second and let you argue your point to this fine young man here, and I'm just gonna wait for the bloodbath.
Well, I guess my ultimate point is that it does matter if you can act or not. If you're especially leading a film.
Like who?
Ronda Rousey should not lead a film at any time soon within the next 10 years until she proves she can act at all.
Well, she's got to wake up first.
Well, who's going to put their money into making a film to see if she can act?
Sylvester Stallone.
Well, let's see. First of all, you had, what was his name, Steven Soderbergh, who did Haywire with Gina Carano, who's also an MMA fighter.
How'd that do?
She led the movie. She carried the movie. The movie did very well.
We made back 3 times what his budget was.
Yes, it did.
Of course, he is going to find the small nuance and the single one that actually does
I
this.
don't care.
Ultimately, nobody knows about that movie. Who knows about that movie?
Big Pepper J and I went to the theater to go see that movie. That movie was actually really good.
Yeah, well, present company excluded.
Uh-huh.
Is she a big star?
She's not supposed. Again, there's the problem because a lot of people. Oh, can we get this name attached to this project to do this and again?
No,
blah 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 blah.
I agree with you that sometimes just the actor isn't enough, but I don't think it's the opposite extreme where, as long as they look the character, it doesn't matter. We can put them in acting torture camp and they'll become actors.
Look, I believe in torture camp for everything because realistically, at the end of the day, if I'm giving you a couple $1 million to play a part, you better act your ass off if you want that couple $1 million check.
But you've already.
If you can't act, you better let me know ahead of time. So when we're doing pre-production, sit your ass in a long, drawn-out acting class, boot camp, and let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to a theater near you, Betty White stars as Carol Danvers in Ms. Marvel, a GQ production.
I bet you, I guarantee you can do it.
If you're paying me millions of dollars, I'm not going to tell you at the beginning I can't act. I'm going to say, yeah, I can act, and then see what happens at the end. And you've already spent all your money and all this other production and training and all that other stuff.
Here's the problem. You're assuming that I'm talking about, we got Joe Blow off the street here, and we're going to put them in as He-Man. Well, guess what? No, if I'm going to put you in as He-Man and I'm putting my money behind it, part of your contract is going to be you're not going to probably see your family for a good 6 months solid because I want you to do everything needed to be that character perfectly.
Ladies and gentlemen, opening soon, the GQ Communist Acting School. Details are below.
Oh, there you go.
I think, like everything else in making a film, everything is an art. And I think even you can improve, you still start from a certain point. If you're starting from 0 and you need to get to 100 in 6 months, there's no guarantee that that's going to happen.
Okay, and that's fine. I grant you that not everybody's going to be able to progress.
No, you just said anybody can progress.
No. You're
misconstruing
what I'm saying. No, I'm not changing the argument. The argument in what I'm saying is, if I'm going to give somebody, for example, if let's say if we took Mike O'Hearn, who wanted to be He-Man, he's already got the physique. So that's one thing you can cut out right off the bat. He doesn't need to go into the gym and work out and build himself up to get bigger. He already looks the part.
Okay.
So, we're going to get Mike O'Hearn. Mike, can you play Prince Adam? I'm not sure. Let me see. What's Prince Adam like? Okay, here's what Prince Adam is like. He's bumbling, he's goofy, whatever. Get your ass in that acting class and learn how to play Bumbling and Goofy.
Pause right there, because you just brought up a valid point, and here's a very simple counter argument for this. Because I understand your point of view. Like, hey, we're going to throw this person in boot camp, and they're going to learn to act. But it's a lot easier to take a great actor and put him in the gym for 6 hours a day than it is to take muscle-bound, super big boob actress and have them act. If everybody could act, we would have actors lined up out the door. But that's just not the case. So I understand your point. And to an extent, it kind of makes sense. But it's flawed in the fact that it's easier to put muscle on and use prosthetics and CG to look apart than it is to teach somebody to act. Because, and you can ask Megashaw on this, that acting just doesn't come natural to some people. Some people, much like one of your favorite blocks of wood, who played a block of wood, continues to play a block of wood. Same thing with Keanu Reeves. Same thing with Will Smith. Will Smith has played Will Smith in every movie for 27 years.
But he's very good at it.
Well, no, Will Smith playing Will Smith is great.
Yes, he's very good at
I mean,
that.
he was great in Men in Black, but I don't want to see Will Smith pretend to be Muhammad Ali or Will Smith pretend to be action hero or anything along those lines.
Okay, so
African doctor.
going back, I don't know. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Now, I don't know how that's going to go, though, because, I mean, okay, and I definitely understand your Will Smith point, because we've talked about that
Ad
for
nauseam.
years. That's fine. But let's take somebody who already is a well-respected actress, Halle Berry. She already was an actress.
No.
No.
Did she win an Oscar?
She did win an Oscar.
On Black Day.
Whatever.
Hold on.
Doesn't count.
Hold on. Me and Dido have this conversation, right? Britney Spears, she's a great songstress, right?
No.
She sold 30 million albums, though.
She's not great.
But she sold 30 million albums.
Yeah, but
That means that she's good, right?
porn star
Somebody
sold
likes her.
30 million movies doesn't make she's
The
great.
game is now doing red.
We have to put the disclaimer up right
Well,
now.
no. To that point, you have to be careful because the argument, and you guys are arguing the same point.
No,
No, you really
I'm never
are.
arguing the same point. No. I will change my point before I argue the same point.
I know how that feels. But it stems from the fact of, can somebody look apart? Yes. You can get a lot of people to look apart. And you can get people to even act in a semi-believable role. But Mike Bison brought up the role one time. It's like, man, are you trying to sit here and see
I'm not trying to see Martin Scorsese's Transformers or
Scorsese's Transformers?
Well,
You know, I mean, the question becomes, and the problem is that people take this way too anally, is that everybody expects an Oscar performance out of every movie they want to see. And if that were the case, Kevin Spacey should have won an Oscar for that horrible Superman movie he did. Great actor, good role.
but that's the director's fault.
It wasn't the screenwriter's fault.
Or the screenwriter, but it wasn't the actor's
It wasn't
fault.
the producer's fault.
Wait, so that brings
But it wasn't
up-
the actor's fault.
That brings up something else, because you have a great actor or actress. Apparently, the director has some say over how that performance gets translated to the
Michael
screen.
Bay.
Yeah, but the director can't make an actor. A great actor, you can say you can overact or you can underact.
You sure? Have you
What?
ever seen a little small movie called Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of an actor named R. Lee Ermey?
No.
Well, he was the drill instructor.
Time out.
Let me make the point
No,
first.
I need to revoke your game.
Wait, hold it. What's this? I've seen the movie. I don't know all the actors in the
Okay,
movie.
yeah, that's fine. Most
Fair
people.
enough.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure you remember the drill instructor, correct?
Oh, that guy. Yes.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
He wasn't an actor, really, before he
proud.
jumped.
But
in.
he- but hold
he was
on.
supposed to be the technical. That's how it is.
but
He
he's
was supposed to be the
playing-
technical advisor. I don't care if he was a drill sergeant in the past.
That's like Will Smith. He's playing himself.
No.
No, hold on. This would be like saying, I'm going to bring in a stunt coordinator to do a fight scene. Well, the dude really can't act, but he's really good with fight scenes, kind of like Tony Jai. So, I mean, you have to be careful with that argument because, while I understand you want to make that point, having somebody play themselves doesn't really count.
But no. But if that was the case, then it would be so easy to do like biopics or just various things about people being themselves in a movie. If that was the case, if it was that simple.
Mark
because
Wahlberg's done it for 30 years.
Mark Wahlberg,
He did Entourage for
Mark
crying out
Wahlberg
loud.
is who, what, where, when, why. That's all Mark Wahlberg is. realistically though, because Kubrick put him through a little bit of a regimen to get him, because again, he's a drill instructor. Yes, he can go off the top of his head, do what he wants to do, because he wrote about half of his lines in that film. But realistically, if you think back to it, Kubrick put him through a kind of a regimen of like, look, we're going to constantly throw stuff to break your attention, but you got to repeat your lines consistently without breaking any character, without breaking your cadence, any of that. So that essentially is a form of training.
So you just proved my point that it's easier to take somebody who is natural in this role. In this case, you need him to be a drill instructor. He already is. So what you're saying is it's easier to take an actor and fill in the holes, like the muscle and the look, than it is to find somebody who's hot, big boob, and booblicious, and say
No, because I can grab any fitness model and I would do it and be very hands-on.
But there are laws against
I would
these.
be very hands-on with it. But you can get a fitness model to easily fill in what Gal Gadot was about to do, because all she was a runway model, and she still can't act. You know she can't, and
I'm
she
not
has
saying-
zero curve.
Who's saying? Nobody's arguing that she was a good choice for Wonder Woman.
Oh, are you sure?
Nobody here I don't think, is arguing
I was about
that
to
she
say, I'm like, there's
she
a lot,
should be
there's a
Wonder
lot of
Woman.
people in the insane asylum that we call the internet that
She
have
was in-
said that, oh, she's gonna be great.
No.
She's gonna do well. You see how much muscle she put on?
She didn't put any. Well, it's all relative.
Oh, she put muscle on.
Relative to what like I said, you can start from one point. You can only get so far.
There's a huge increase from 0 to 3, not so much from 3
Yeah.
to 4.
But ultimately, I believe it's an art, and it depends on what role, like you're saying, depends on what role you're going to be playing. If it's Sabretooth in X-Men 1, doesn't really care. I don't care who, because he's not saying anything.
He
But
should
if
have
he's,
said a lot more. I'm
I
sorry.
know, but if
Hey,
you,
those grunts and growls really made that,
Well,
made that
you know.
role.
but if you're playing Magneto, I want you to have some sense of
Yeah, but they got
ability.
okay, but then they got geriatric Magneto.
But it worked. Okay, it worked well enough.
Yeah, because they wanted to put him in a concentration camp to start off that way.
But it worked.
Yeah, so it works. So,
See, again, here's what they did. We grabbed a well-established actor. He's got big buzz. We're going to put them in this role and we're going to make millions.
But that's what they did with
gave him a
Haywire.
chest plate and everything.
Well, I understand that, but okay, what about Benjamin Gaza Affleck, who's going to be playing Batman? He was a pretty good actor who completely destroyed Daredevil.
Well,
destroyed it.
Daredevil, I don't think it was acting that destroyed it.
Are you sure?
Well, for me.
Because he was in, I don't know, 60 to 70% of the scenes in that film.
Ben Affleck isn't in a good movie anything outside of Kevin Smith.
Well, again,
I'm just saying.
he's got 2 Oscars under his belt. Granted, neither one are for acting.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, he's not an actor. Well, I haven't seen Batman. He might.
But he's got
surprise
got all the accolades, and he should be great, according to you guys.
No, hold on. Wait. In the effort of full disclosure, I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I tell everybody. I don't place anything in trailers or like what other critics are saying. I'm going to sit here and judge it with the eyeball test and figure out what is this guy going to do. Because I'm not going to jump on Batfleck.
I'm not
hilarious.
jumping on Batfleck yet.
I'm not jumping on. I'm jumping on the Gal Gadot bandwagon, saying she's terrible. Again, I want to see somebody be able to act.
Have you seen Fast Five?
No, I refuse to see those movies because I can do all those with my Hot Wheels.
I understand that, but I'm sure on episodes of Game you've seen where the comparison has come up of her being stared at by Sue Kang when she's walking there with her flat non-existenceness. Go right ahead,
I'm not a Ben Affleck fan per se as far as acting, but in Daredevil, which was a bad movie, I still believed he was a guy who got superpower. Like his acting wasn't the part that messed up the movie. It was the stupid outfit and horrible wife Elektra and all the other stuff. It wasn't him. I didn't believe he was an actor. Like,
so what we really need to do is we really need to have a sequel to this episode. Not so much of what makes a great actor in a role as what makes a great or bad movie.
Catwoman.
You know, guys, we are running out of time. I would love to sit here and talk about this more. Just to sit here, because the argument's going to go to the end of the world. I mean, as long as there's the sun in the sky, people are going to sit here and think that anybody can do anything. Like
Which they can't.
Kobe Bryant. But anyway, guys, what do you think at home? I mean, do you think Gal Gadot can pull off this great Wonder Woman aspect? I mean, all these do you think Jason Momoa is going to be a great Aquaman? Or pick whatever movie that you really want to sit here and say, and just picture a role, and picture your ideal actor, and someone looks at you like you are certifiably insane. Let us know what you think. Click right down here, let us know. We love the open dialogues. Follow us up on Twitter. See us over here on the internet. We have all kinds of fun stuff. For GQ coming in.
Sir, yes, sir.
We got the Mighty DRE. I am Big Pimpin' J. Until next time, guys. Game over.
This may be a good time to suggest that you not allow the seeds of cruel hope to sprout in your soul.
She with you?
I thought she was with you.
Culture Junkies!